We are on lesson 10.3, page 549, and this is just a repeat, pretty much a repeat lesson from yesterday, not yesterday, but the last lesson. And we are doing areas of a triangle. And how do you find area of a triangle? You do base times height divided by 2. These are two different ways that it can look. So, number 2, here's the base. 1.2 times the height. 12, 7, and then when you're multiplying decimals, you count how many decimals there are, and then you move that over to the left, that many jumps. So there were 2 decimals in my problem, so I go 1, 2. Okay, so I did my base times my height. Now I have to divide that by 2. So I'm going to take this 0.72 and put it inside the division house and divide it by 2. There aren't any decimals on the outside, so we don't have to move the decimal, but this decimal needs to go straight up. How many times can 2 fit into 7? That is 3 times. How many times can 2 fit into 12? That is 6 times. That is the area, 0.36 meters squared is your area. Base times height divided by 2. The only thing that's really different about this lesson from last lesson is that they're now including fractions and decimals. They want you to get more familiar with working with fractions and decimals. So, moving on to number 3, you take your base and you multiply it by your height. You can't just multiply it when it's in this form. You need to turn it into an improper fraction. So, multiply these 2 things and then add the top number. If I multiply that, you get 8 plus 1 is 9 over 2, because you keep the bottom number, times, do the same thing over here, multiply and then add. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8 over 3. Can I cross reduce anything? Yes, I can. 2 and 8 have 2 in common. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I can crisscross the other way as well. 9 and 3 have 3 in common. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. If I multiply this straight across, 3 times 4 is 12. 1 times 1 is 1. Anytime a number is sitting on top of 1, it's just going to be that top number. So the area of this is 12 feet squared. That's a lie! Base times height, we did that part. Now we have to divide it by 2. Divided by 2 is 6. There we go. 6 feet squared. Whew. Scared. Number 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's more of what you did on the back of the page from 10.2. So if you're trying to find a base or a height, remember that you always need to multiply the area times 2 before you do anything. So let's look at number 4. I'm looking for a base of a height, base or height, so I need to times this by 2. Number 5, I'm looking for a base or a height. I need to times this by 2. Same with number 6. Same with number 7. If I just get that out of the way, then you don't forget like later. Like earlier. Wow, I am so on it today. Okay, the area. First we need to multiply it by 2. 0.225 times 2. And 0. Then count how many decimals there are total, and then move it that many times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, our new area that we're working with is 0.45, and you don't need a 0 at the end of a decimal. So 0.45. We need to see what the partner is. So 0.6 times something is going to get us 0.45. How we solve for this is we put it in a division house. This goes inside 0.45. The partner to the base or the height is going to go on the outside, 0.6. There's a decimal on the outside. We don't want it. We have to move it over one time to make it a whole number. That means we have to move this over one time and then move your decimal straight up. If you want to get rid of your lines to make everything cleaner, you can. Can 6 fit into 4? No, it cannot. Can 6 fit into 45? Yes, it can. 7 times, which is 42. Oh. And since we already have a decimal, we can just add a 0, bring it down. How many times can 6 fit into 30? That is 5 times. So 0.75 will be the height. All right. Number 5, we have to multiply it by 2. 4.86 times 2. Okay, I want you to try and figure out what the answer to number 5 is before I give you the answer. Okay, we're going to multiply by 2, then we're going to put the answer inside the house, then we're going to divide, and whatever we get up here is going to go in your missing box. Okay, try and figure that out. Oh. Okay, I got 9.72. 9.72 is going to go inside your box, and we're going to divide it by 1.8. Oh no, I'm not good at dividing by larger numbers. Bring your decimal straight up. Can 18 fit into 9? No, it cannot. Can 18 fit into 97? Probably. My guess is 5 times. Okay, can 18 fit into 72? My guess is 4 times. Okay, now we're on problem number 6. Again, try and figure it out before I give it to you. We have to take 63, multiply it by 2. We get 126. 126 divided by our height, which is 12. 12 can fit into 12 one time. Bring down the 6. It cannot fit into 6, so I'm going to put a 0 on top, a 0 on bottom. Okay, we have a remainder, and either you can put it into a fraction, and you can say 6/12 and reduce that down to 1/2, or you can add a decimal here, bring down the 0, 12 fits into 60 5 times. Fractions or decimals, I don't care. Number 7, again, try to get it before me. 2.5 times 2. One decimal place. We have 5 divided by 5 is 1. That was a quick one. We like that one. Okay. On the front of your worksheet of 10.3, you only have to do problems 2 and 3. Number 1 you can totally do, it just has all those lines, and those lines get annoying. So if you just want to find the area of the triangle on number 1, go for it. It would be good practice. But you definitely have to do number 2, and you definitely have to do number 3 on the front. On the back, you do have to do all 4 problems. They are story problems, and they are very confusing of how they're worded. I strongly suggest you getting a parent help on the back of 10.3. If you need me, you can zoom in, but again, if you don't want to zoom in, then you can ask a parent. That is all for today. Have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye.